Hi, this is Rachel Galvin with Observer TV, and we are here live at Rock the Vote in Boca Raton in Mizner Park. Brought to you by Xbox Live, this event includes a concert by the popular American alternative band Neon Trees. You might know their song Animal or Everybody Talks. Those are two popular songs that are out on the radio right now. Also, DJ Ski is here. He's internationally known. There's also great giveaways and plenty of information about the election and about the important issues and also about how to vote. Of course, the star of the show is the presidential debate itself, which will be streamed live right here at Mizner Park on these huge screens that are back by the amphitheater. And you can't see them right now, but their presidential debate will be shown at 9 o'clock, and we will get an eye view of that from here. And we also have our observer staff at Lynn University, where all the action is. Well, here at Mizner Park, the rematch will be live and personal between President Obama and Governor Romney, and we'll have plenty of people voicing their opinions right here. Local commissioners and senators and congressmen are scheduled to drop by. You never know who might come here to Mizner Park. And have many sponsors that have made this broadcast possible, including MWI, Atlas Party Rental, Paragon Theaters, Sunbelt Rentals, Chrissy over at the City of Boca, and also Chrissy at Rock the Vote. Also, of course, our wonderful camera and lighting crew, Jeff Graves Photography. Also, we'd like to thank Jim Wilson Photography and Comcast, as well as Rent-A-Center. And I'd like to give a personal thank you to my field producer, Andrea Frage, and also Jake and Serene, who's going to be out here helping me today. Thank you very much. Here with Joe from Art Skills, and he's going to tell us about this poster and what brings him out here today. What is this all about?
Alright, so this is all about Art Skills. We're a poster supply company. We really focus on getting kids to make awesome posters, really feel confident in their posters, but also we want to get across how you can promote your message and really get it out there in a unique way. So we're going away from the poster board and marker thing and going with some awesome posters. If you don't mind, ours even spins, which is a crazy idea, but people don't think of that. So we came out to support Rock the Vote in our own way.
I'm here with Janet, and tell us a little bit about why you're out here.
I'm here, I am a person living and surviving of AIDS, and we have noticed that the debates, they have not mentioned HIV at all. HIV has been around for 30 years, and we need to see what we can do to eradicate the disease.
So you're here kind of talking about it and showing that it's still an important issue.
It's an important issue. We need more funding for it. We need more research for it because we're very close. And we would like here at the debate to hear more issues about HIV and AIDS.
Okay. And what do you think about this event?
I think it's wonderful. We have over 75 advocates here from all over the country that are advocates of HIV and AIDS, and this is wonderful. It's a good experience for our advocates, especially the Rock the Vote.
Are they coming from all over the country?
Yes, they are. We have some as far as Arkansas. We have some from San Francisco, California, New York City, D.C. So they're from all over.
That's great. Anything else that you want to say about this event or about any of the issues?
Well, I think this event is wonderful. I think Americans need to get into the voting process. And this is a good way to get people involved and to make our issues here in America loud and clear.
Thank you. I'm here with Bob Reby, the Director of Business Development at a local dentist office. And I understand that the issue of health care, being that you're in it, is very important to you. Tell me a little bit about that.
It's a major problem. Right now, nobody really understands in the dental industry what's going to happen with respect to the Obama healthcare plan. There's unfortunately a lot more questions than there are answers. What we do know right now is that the entire plan with respect to dentistry is strictly geared for children. There's absolutely nothing in it for adults with the exception of emergencies for a tooth extraction. Otherwise, it's strictly for kids. The other thing that's going to be a major problem is that the government is trying to push what they call mid-level providers into the industry. Now, what a mid-level provider is somebody who was like a dental hygienist or a nurse, and they're going to turn them into a quasi-dentist to just start doing minor dental. And there's a problem with that. There's a problem with insurance. There's a problem with the training, number one. Dentists go through 3-4 years just to become a basic dentist. They're going to have somebody that's going to go through, say, 6 months or less than a year pulling teeth and working on extractions and cavities, it could be a real nightmare. One for the entire approach on however they figure it out is that they should allow, or let's put it this way, insurance companies should be allowed to sell across state lines. It's absolutely ridiculous not to allow that, because that's the nature of this country is competition, capitalism, and by preventing that, it's crazy. It's basically government control over private industry.
So right now, all that people can do is just brush their teeth.
Yeah, brush your teeth, floss,
And one
make
hope for
sure
the
you
best,
see the
right?
dentist, and whoever your dentist is, go see him or her so you can get him clean.
Thank you so much, Bob.
Thank you.
I'm here with Abby Susser, the original director of ONE. Tell me a little bit about what ONE is.
Well, I'm the regional field director, and ONE is an advocacy organization founded by Bono that works to fight extreme poverty and preventable disease around the world.
Okay. So are there a lot of you out here from different areas?
There are. So we've gotten our Florida volunteers to come out. We have about 94,000 Florida members, and we have almost 3 million members around the world. And so we've got people here today, and they're here really to make sure both President Obama and Governor Romney understand that the world's poorest people need to have a voice and make sure that they're on their agenda.
What type of events do you do besides coming out to this?
Oh, we do all sorts of stuff. Last week I was actually in Atlanta with Hugh Atchison from Top Chef doing a sweet potato event, and that was really aimed at bringing nutrition to people's awareness. We know that we need to fight hunger, but a lot of time nutrition is left off of the agenda, and so just bringing awareness to the fact that, you know, you can give a kid a box of saltines and maybe his stomach won't growl for a couple minutes, but it really doesn't give him the strength that he needs to live a full and healthy life.
So what could whoever wins the election, what could they do to help the issue?
Absolutely. So if you look at our federal budget, foreign affairs is less than 1%. And so there are programs like PEPFAR, which is the President's Emergency Fund for AIDS relief in there, the Global Fund, which works on tuberculosis, AIDS, malaria, Feed the Future, which is Obama's newest initiative to help with agricultural campaigns and nutrition like we just talked about with sweet potatoes. So we're just asking that they continue to support those programs and not to cut those programs, because they really are vital and they're such a small percent of our budget.
Okay, I'm here with Stephen Abrams, the County Commissioner for Palm Beach County. Now this is a special event, I'm sure, to your heart, because you used to be the mayor of Boca. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, well, this is a great twofer for me because I'm the former mayor, and as the county commissioner for this district, which includes Boca Raton, we're getting a lot of benefit from the county perspective. So this is a great feather in the cap for our whole area, and we're really proud of the city, the county, as well as, of course, Lynn University.
Now, what does it take to put something like this together?
Well,
From your end.
yeah. Oh, well, from our end, we're involved with the security preparations, coordinating with Boca Raton Police Department, Secret Service, and all the other agencies. Also, our Convention and Visitors Bureau is very involved in promoting this, because we know we're going to get a lot of folks in town who are going to be staying at our hotels and eating at our restaurants and spending a little money while they're here, and so that's a great opportunity for us.
Now, how can you take an event like this and kind of promote it forward to promote Boca Raton and promote the whole area?
Well, we're all over the newspapers and television. I just happened to be up in Philadelphia yesterday, came back, and here we were 2 days out on the cover of the Philadelphia Inquirer. I'm sure we're on the cover of many, many newspapers, and really the dateline all day long on television has been Boca Raton, Florida. So,
are there certain issues that you're really concerned about right now from your standpoint as far as working with the federal government?
Oh, well, I thought you were going on a different direction on that
let's
question.
go with, you can go with your answer.
No, I can answer it both ways.
Okay.
As far as issues with the federal government, you know, we try to not be dependent on the federal government and really take care of ourselves here at home. But certainly the county receives a lot of federal assistance for a variety of programs, particularly for housing, for neighborhood improvement, and so we're all, and as well as transportation, very critical. So we do receive a lot of federal funds from our friends in the federal government, and so we're very aware of that. Now, on the ballot itself, mentioned, people should vote because the presidential race is it's even, and we're going to be critical for that. But there's so many other issues on the ballot, and two in particular. At the very end of the ballot are two county questions. One is a straw poll, essentially, on casino gambling, and the other is a renewal of the county's ability to give some property tax incentives to companies that are moving in to Palm Beach County. Now, there, of course, are about a dozen other state ballot questions listed, and there are groups telling people not to vote no right down the line. They are referring to the state questions. At the very end are those two county questions, and people pretty much make up their own mind on casino gambling. But the last question in particular, to have the flexibility to be able to give some incentives for businesses that are thinking about coming to Palm Beach County, we're really trying to encourage people to vote yes on that one.
Okay, I'm here with Heather Smith, the president of Rock the Vote. This is a great event. What did it take to put something like this together?
You know, it's been a lot of work, but we couldn't be more excited about it. The last presidential debate, to be here in Florida in Boca Raton, bringing together hundreds, if not thousands, of young people locally, and then streaming it to hundreds of thousands of young people across the country.
They've been around for 20 years, right?
Yes.
Did you start it in the very beginning?
Well, I wasn't there, but artists and musicians came together about 21 years ago and decided to use their voice to speak to young people and encourage them to get engaged in the civic process and get registered and show up and vote. And 20 years later, we're still doing the same thing with events like tonight with the neon trees.
How did you get the neon trees involved?
You know, Neon Trees was one of our top choices because they do have one of the top songs on the radio right now. They're so popular. And we asked them, and they said, you know what, absolutely. They were excited to be able to come out here today to speak to their fans and to members of the community, get them excited to go rock the vote November 6th.